Happy Thursday. It's Thursday today, isn't it? It's snowing in Stavanger, which is a lot of slush, to be very honest. I am excited to jump on this live today because I'm going to talk about a topic that I led something called Connection Corner yesterday for the mastermind that I'm a part of, which is called 4PC. We had a full day 4PC day, and I spoke about fear and success. And I would love to talk about that today as well, because I think it's a very important topic. And it's about sometimes what we really avoid is exactly what we need to focus on in order to have success. And I would love to hear from anyone who is live with me now. Where are you? Where are you dialing in from? I'm going to check here because sometimes I don't get the comments from LinkedIn, and it's so sad if you're commenting and then you don't hear from me. So let me just very quickly. I'm going to check it here. 1 second. In case something is. Hey, Lorian. Well, there you go. We are live. We are live. So, Lorian, where are you dialing in from today? Because you travel quite a lot in your line of business as well. I'm back in Norway right now. So, as I said, I'm in Stavanger. And anyone jumping on this call, I would love to just know, where are you calling in from? So, the topic that I wanted to, you can stay on for 20 minutes. I'm not going to go that long. I plan to go quite short. And you're in Stockholm, beautiful Stockholm. I'm sure it's quite winterish there as well. So, have you ever heard the famous quote from Joseph Campbell? It's the cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. So think about that again. The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. I want to share my experience on that. The cave of fear that I have experienced that has held the treasure for me are basically two things. My cave of fear has been taking up too much space and public speaking. I still feel a lot of anxiety around taking up space, in particular if I feel that the group of people around me are, I don't know, much smarter than I am. They know everything. They've got it. So why would I say anything? And for those of you who have been following me, I shared my experience when I was in Como, when I was meeting with 4PC, how I held back. I didn't speak up. I was scared of literally taking up too much space. I can also share with you that this is something that several of my clients are saying as well. When we're meeting and if we're a group, they can be like, I'm just scared of taking up too much space. And when we are scared of that, we're also starting to filter out, what am I actually saying? So mine was that fear of taking up too much space, and then public speaking. Public speaking became a fear of mine of various reasons. I'm not going to go into the details, but the message that I sent myself was to be visible is very dangerous. So I had an assault um, when I was younger, and also uh, when I was another assault actually in Paris when I was on the train and I was visible. And that is a scary thing for me. So a combination of taking up too much space and then be visible meant that going on stage and doing speaking gig or public speaking was ultra scary for me. It was so scary that my level of anxiety would be so insane that I would literally feel that somebody's, I don't know, watching over me, and I need to cover my back. I need to, what's going on here? Really scary. And the other thing has been, um, I don't know how to explain this. That it's also unsafe. That being visible is unsafe. When it comes to space, it means ridicule, it means shaming, it means being laughed at. And that is an experience I had when I grew up, when I had this experience with younger girls, which can sometimes unfortunately be very mean to each other. And I experienced that I was ridiculed for kind of taking up space. So that is really going in on me. And it's been so strong that before going on stage, I would vomit. I would um, I would have blackouts when I went on stage. So for a long time, I would say no to any form of speaking gigs because that is my cave of fear. Um, it was just so painful. Now, the thing that showed up for me when I started my business was, how am I going to be on my mission to really partner up with other women who wants to create a legacy, who wants to ensure that the mission that they're on is really impactful, to be that change they want to see in the world. How can I, or who do I need to be, and what do I need to do in order to get there? And I realized that I needed a business line, and my business line was really entering that cave. My business line is very simple. It is stand still and be visible. Stand still and be visible. That means that you will never find me approaching anyone for business or anything like that. I ask for help. I've become very good at that. That is really important to me, which was another part of my cave of fear, but not as traumatic. But being visible, stand still and be visible. That was like, whoa, scary for me. The minute I had created that business line, I remember receiving an email, and the question was, "Do you want to be a speaker in this conference where all the women are top executives and C-suite?" And I remember that I so wanted to say no. I wanted to say no. And then I reminded myself that, but Rita, you have a business um, strategy, which is stand still, which basically mean when you're standing still, somebody is approaching you and talking to you, or somebody is requesting and emailing you. That is where my magic is. It's like I'm standing still, no hustle, no grind. I'm receiving something. That is what I am supposed to work on. And then it's about being visible. And I had decided to work with women, right? I said yes because I had made my commitment to that. But again, it was so hard. It was literally going into this dark, wet cave of, you had no idea what was happening. I did it. Yes, I vomited. Yes, I had blackout on stage. I did the whole thing. The whole thing. Let me see. Just I see that Vorian is commenting here. Yeah, I approach you, and that was magic to me. Exactly. I was there. I was visible, right? And that's how you came over and spoke with me, right? Um, but then going on stage and going through that was so painful. That became my treasure cave because I learned to be on stage, because I decided that no matter what, this is a must for me. No matter what, this is a must. It became part of being on a mission and daring to do things that is scary and do it anyway. But it's there a treasure is. For me, it meant that dared to challenge myself also here on LinkedIn, going live. As you know, the majority of days when I show up, I haven't prepped. I don't know really what I'm going to talk about, but I know that what I am doing is living it every single day. So it's like you and me, we're sitting here having a conversation. I would easily talk about my experiences, the work that I get to do with my clients, the work that my clients are doing, like Vorian, right? Oh, thank you, Tatiana. Very inspiring. Yeah, Tatiana is part of the 4PC as well, a fabulous, fantastic coach as well. So that resulted in me being more on live, me addressing a lot of the issues with my son Benjamin and his diagnosis, which led to the connection via LinkedIn with a dad of Kushal who needed medicine and there was literally no hope. And because I had been visible, because I had been sharing about Benjamin and MPS1 and Hurler syndrome and what to do, that meant that I could receive the biggest gift in my life, a gift to be able to participate and help a family to save a child's life. I received that gift because I had been visible, because I once dared to go into that cave, and I still go in that cave because it's really difficult for me to go into the darkness sometimes. It's so scary. Yesterday, I was super scared of actually presenting my connection corner 20 minutes with 4PC because it's like, whew, I'm in awe of what they're doing, right? I received that gift because I stepped into that cave, and inside that cave of fear was my gift. I am curious, where might you hold yourself back because of fear? Fear of failure, fear of ridicule, fear of lack of money, fear of whatever it is. And it's holding you back from the real treasure. That is my invitation. Ponder on that. What could be possible in your life if you slowed down and ask yourself about the thing that you fear the most? And imagine that you went ahead and did it anyway. Had that conversation that you are avoiding at all costs, whether that is at work, whether that is with your child, whether that teenage child, whether that is with your partner, your mom, your dad. What could be possible if you owned that? What other places? Because behind there are so many treasures that cannot come to you because you need to take that first step, that baby step, that move in that direction, right? So many of my clients that I'm working with, we go in there. What is that fear? What is holding you back? And we have in our mastermind, we get to have many conversations um, with a group, and it's interesting to hear how we are all faced with similar challenges. We're all faced with similar fears, and what you'll see is that when we are in a group, and when we are really bringing this up, and when we're really uh, understanding and demystifying things, or do it even you are super scared, we get to see the results in this group. With that, I'm going to love you and leave you pondering on that question. What cave of fear, if you entered that cave, holds your treasure? What would it look like if you went ahead, fear the fear, and actually do it anyway? So if you have the replay, just watch the replay and say replay and DM me any questions. I love to hear from you. And with that, I'm saying with some music, I'm going to put it on right now. Have a beautiful day.